Well, good evening, everybody, and welcome to Albany, Oregon. We're back with another live stream from the Portland and Western Railroad. It's a Genesee and Wyoming short line railroad, and they happen to own an SD7 that was built in either December or November of 1952. So we're talking about a locomotive that is 69 years old, still working in revenue freight service. And it's rumored to be retired later this year, probably in the winter. It was supposed to be retired last year, but due to COVID, G&W decided not to spend their money on replacement locomotives. So here we go. Here they come with another cut. Yeah, it really is amazing to think that a locomotive that ran with steam locomotives is still out earning revenue for a giant railroad corporation like G&W. And not to mention, it still has a rotating gyro light. it's not the same train I'm thinking of. I know, it's beautiful. We got a sunset, a beautiful sunset to admire, I might add. Yeah, the SD7 sure does sound great. About the only other place you're gonna hear an SD7 working is at a railroad museum. To give you guys some perspective, this locomotive was built in 1952. Clinchfield 800, the very famous F unit, was built in 1948. So this thing is just 4 years younger than the Clinchfield 800 is, and it's still earning revenue freight in 2021. And that's really the reason why I'm out here. That's why I drove 2,000 miles to see this locomotive, was because, well, this is the only one around still earning freight. Someone asked, is this the last one in freight revenue service? And it might be. I really don't know. It's hard to tell. I mean, there might be one at a random grain elevator somewhere, but certainly on a major railroad like Genesee and Wyoming, I mean, they're technically a short line conglomerate. This very well could be the last one in revenue freight service. So pretty amazing, if you ask me, and worth the drive. Before I forget. And just so everybody knows, we should have Amtrak through here probably within the next 15 to 20 minutes. Amtrak should be coming by. Yeah, I mean, chop nose doesn't really count. I mean, I'm talking about Jeep 9s that retain their high short hood, not Jeep 9s, SD9s and SD7s. There are a lot of SD9s around, even ones with high hoods, but there's no SD7s that I can think of at any other short line that retains their high hood and still earning freight in 2021. So again, just to put this into perspective, this locomotive ran with the steam engines. So somewhere out there, I'm sure someone has a photo of this locomotive on Southern Pacific next to a steam locomotive in 1952. So yeah, pretty insane if you think about it, that this locomotive is still out earning its keep. It's literally an antique. So, and I wanted to take a trip out here to document this unit. They actually have 3 first generation SDs on the roster. They have the SD7, which you're watching right now, and they also have a couple of SD9s, one in orange and one in the blood nose scheme. There are a lot of insecure men with overly loud vehicles in this town, ruining the train sounds. Anyway, they used to have a lot more. I think they had 2 or 3 more SD9s at one point, but they've all been sold off. But the 3 remaining first gen SDs are still on the roster, but they're likely going to be retired this winter. Basically, G&W was going to replace these, likely with GP38s or something similar, in 2020, but then COVID hit, and they're like, well, we can't really justify spending, close to $1 million on 4 or 5 new locomotives. So we'll just keep running them and maintaining them, and when and if the economy picks back up, maybe we'll buy some more locomotives. So that's really the only reason why this thing is still running. And I'm really thankful to be here and have the opportunity to document them before they're retired, especially the SD7. I got some footage of the blood nose SD9, 1852. And I got some footage of that earlier, but it was too far away to do a live stream. So for now, I'm just going to enjoy the SD7. Like I said, Amtrak should be here in just a few minutes, guys. And these guys are likely to make a long cut. So just be on the lookout for that. I'm really hoping I can get the SD7 and the Amtrak train going by at the same time. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, a locomotive that literally replaced steam locomotives. It's a testament to EMD and the design behind the SD and the GP series with the 567 prime movers. So, pretty amazing. If you haven't done it yet, make sure you hit the like button. It helps out a lot with the YouTube algorithm. Let's see if we can get this video to over 100 likes. We've got 100 viewers right now. If you haven't done it yet, also make sure you subscribe to the channel where you can catch the live streams regularly and also every time I upload a new video. Also, consider supporting the channel through PayPal, Patreon, or Super Chat. As a small thank you for supporting the channel, I'll send you my next several YouTube videos, and you'll get to see them before they go live. Before everybody else gets to see them, I'll send you a private link, and it's just a small way of saying thanks for supporting the channel. So we are live from Albany, Oregon, at the Portland and Western Yard here in downtown, and I'm just waiting for them to come by with another cut. We're waiting for the SD7, which was built in 1952. Pretty insane. Shout out to William Flowers. Hope you're doing well tonight, William. Thanks for watching the channel. Only thing I don't like about this SD7 is they put a god-awful Canadian-style E-bell on it. It just sounds terrible. So just so you guys know, the engineer is a lady, and so is the conductor. So they actually have an engineer, a conductor, and a brakeman on the yard crew. But kind of cool to see 2 women in the workforce on the railroad. It's really cool. And yeah, I see some people commenting about the small fuel tank, and that's just because this locomotive is designated as a switcher. That's why it has a small fuel tank. Atlanta Transit Amtrak fan says, I sent you a super chat. Well, thanks so much for that super chat. Make sure you send me an email, delayinblockproductions@gmail.com. I'm streaming through a third-party app, so I can't see how much the super chats are for. So if you would, just send me an email with the amount that you left me and a little note, and I will send you my next several YouTube videos as a small thank you for supporting the channel. And for those of you watching who want to support the channel, you can do so through PayPal, Patreon, or Super Chat. Also, if you've ever thought about investing in railroads, you can get into the stock market now for free by using the link in the video description for Robinhood. You'll get a free stock on me. Here comes the locomotive again. Train crew's pretty nice for the most part, but you can definitely tell that they don't like being filmed. They've been pretty friendly tonight though, and you can just tell they're a little camera shy, but nice people nonetheless. Should have Amtrak here in just a few minutes. I'm gonna go to the other side so I can get a good shot of Amtrak. No, you're good. It's all good. They can see it from here. Well, everybody, I hope you enjoyed that short little live stream. The SD7 is at the complete opposite end of the yard, and I don't think it's going to be back anytime soon. So I think this is going to conclude the live stream. I hope you enjoyed it. And yeah, I saw that. I know that birds poop. They crapped all over my windshield on the way out here, so.
Someone said catch one and find out.
Yeah, I know that for a fact, but well, actually, here comes the SD7. So maybe not. Maybe we'll stay live just for one more pass. Why not? How'd you guys like the how'd you guys like the Cascades cabbage? I haven't shot one of those in a very long time. We'll stay alive just for a little bit longer. Why not? As long as you guys are enjoying it. The eggs. I hope they get the eggs. I haven't shot a cabbage since 2012, so I was very, 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 very happy that that train had one on it. The only thing that could have made it any better was if the SD7 was visible as it was going by, but that was really cool. Definitely one of the highlights of my trip. See, I grew up on the Amtrak Michigan line with the cabbages, and they were the closest thing I ever got to see to an F40. I am really not sure what they're doing. That was awesome. And the P-42 was on the other end. Yeah, that's that train that we saw earlier. Yeah, I don't think they're going to come back for another cut, guys. So that's going to conclude the live stream. Thank you all for tuning in. Really appreciate you supporting the channel.